Hello, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to our first ever online broadcast Plexus informational meeting. Sorry we're a little bit late. We had a few technical difficulties getting in tonight, but we're so excited that you joined us tonight. Thank you for taking your evening off to listen to us and learn. We're really excited about sharing information with you, why we're so excited about Plexus, and we're just looking forward to sharing with you. So I want to start off tonight by welcoming our guest speakers, and I'm not really sure if you can see them on the bottom, but we have Hope and Mitzi and my mom, and they're all going to be sharing with us tonight, and we're still working on getting another one in, Tiffany, but she's having some troubles getting in. We're going to keep working on her. But we just wanted to start with that. One other thing is stay tuned until the end tonight because we are going to be doing a drawing for some free product at the end of our meeting tonight. And the way you're going to do that is you're going to click, there should be a, on your YouTube page, if you're viewing from YouTube, there should be a link that says click here to join the conversation. And you're just going to click that to join the conversation, and then there'll be a place where it says question and answers, and that's where you're going to put in for the drawing. And I'll tell you what you're going to put in for the drawing when the time comes for that. But all right, so we just had a bunch of people join us again, so welcome, and I can see who's joining, so we had a little bit of late start here. But I just want to go ahead. I am Anna Webster, and I am a senior gold ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and I have been in Plexus for since March of last year, so a little over a year now, and it has been amazing. I just want to start out by sharing a little bit of my story with you. I joined actually originally. I'm a freelance videographer by trade, and the ABART, who are my sponsors into Plexus, they, rewind, Jerry ABART is the guy who gave me all my video training, and I didn't go to college. He is a multi-Emmy award-winning video producer, and he allowed me to come intern with him. Long story short, he got me a chance to go on a mission trip to Laos the summer before last, and I was gone for 6 months. And while I was over there, I was helping on a video translation project, and my life got changed when I was in Laos. And I came home, and I wanted to go do more mission work, but I also wanted to be a self-sponsored missionary, per se. So I came home, and while I had been in Laos, the ABARTs had joined Plexus, and they were doing really, really well, and I really admired and respected them. And I said, well, hey, if they can do it, why can't I? So I actually joined Plexus for the business opportunity. I saw it as a great business opportunity, and it has been amazing. I joined to support myself to go on more mission work. And 6 months after joining, I was able to purchase a plane ticket to go back to Laos for 6 weeks. So it's just amazing how fast it happened for me. So that's my why. I like starting out with my why behind why I decided to join this amazing opportunity. I also saw that the products were amazing. My health testimony is I have struggled from severe allergies for years and years and years. And my mom, who you're going to meet here in a minute, is super big into alternative health. She's done all kinds of different diets and all that kind of stuff. And we've tried everything to try to help my allergies, and nothing has helped. And so I saw people posting testimonies of it helping with their allergies, and I was like, hey, it couldn't hurt, really. So I decided to give it a try, and it took about 5 months of taking the products, but my allergies are now 90% improved, and It's amazing. I'm actually in Georgia right now, I'm house sitting with my dad for my step-grandmother in Georgia, and she has 2 inside cats. And usually, if there was 2 inside cats, I would have been sneezing my head off, but they have not bothered me hardly at all, and that's huge because they lay all over the furniture and everything. So, in fact, my mom, I'm surprised she hasn't intervened by now, but she usually says, while I was in Laos, they always made fun of me because my little sister would come in and start sneezing and saying that she missed me because I wasn't there sneezing all the time. So it's been amazing. If that's all it did for me was help my allergies, I would be hooked on Plexus for life. But thankfully, that's not all it's done. I also had hypoglycemia symptoms, and that's no longer around. I used to get cranky, lightheaded, whatever if I didn't eat enough. And I also was struggling with low energy throughout the day. And I would have these afternoon crashes where, I'm 23. I shouldn't have afternoon crashes, but I did. So within the first week or 2 of taking Plexus, I noticed that was dramatically changed. So between that and the financial help that it's been giving me, Plexus is my only job. So I love it, and I can do it with my mom. So now I'm going to introduce my mom. I've talked to her enough, and I'm hoping all the technical stuff works, and I have to keep on working on getting the other one in. But my mom is Nancy Webster.
Hi.
And here she is. Hopefully everyone can see her. And it's over to you.
Can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Okay, so I'm not muted because I only see you. We're very new at this, and I'm actually at the neighbors where their teenage son helped me to get set up since I didn't have Anna to do it for me. So, okay, well, I will tell you all really quickly my whole Plexus story. I have been involved as a alternative health nut forever and ever and ever since high school, actually. In high school, I was reading Prevention magazine while everybody else was reading Teen and Glamour. It was just something I think is cool. For years now, I've been a volunteer chapter leader, educator for the Weston Price Foundation, which teaches about nutrient-dense, properly prepared foods. And I've gone around all in southern Middle Tennessee trying to tell people about how good it is for them and how much they can do for their body by eating bone broth and organ meats and fermented vegetables and raw milk. And there's definitely people who are interested, but a lot of people are kind of like rolling their eyes and going, that's gross, or there's no way, I can't do that. And then it is frustrating to me because my desire is to help people get healthy. I just always think that's so cool. So Plexus, I heard about Plexus actually before Anna went to Laos, and I said no because I didn't want to do network marketing. I'd done it a long time ago, and it bombed, and I'm like, no way, I'm not going to ever do that ever again. And so I said no the whole time she was gone. When she came back and decided she was going to do it, I started so I said, well, I'll help you because I know about health, and Anna was, doing it like she said for the business opportunity to start with. And as I started reading and going, oh my goodness, these supplements, I thought they were a gimmick, but they're not. And even some of the ingredients that I kind of was like, I'm not sure. Then I learned that they were from organic sources and totally different than I expected when I'm reading about this little pink drink that, everybody says is the thing for Plexus. And then I also heard testimonies of people who are doing really, really well, just regular old mamas. We've got 8 children. We homeschool. We live on a farm. We milk a cow. And these are regular mamas. They may not be as weird as I am, but they're, doing their thing, and they're doing really, really well. So the other thing I like is people are trying to take their health more into their own hands, but they're confused because they go to the health food store and it's like, oh my gosh, what supplements do I take? There's a zillion choices. So there's just a few, and so it's really cool. And I also realized that my Bible was full of prayers of God help. I write in my Bibles, but of God help our children, help our family with our physical needs and also our financial needs, and realize, wow, this can happen for us too. For me, taking Plexus I've gotten more energy, and this is somebody who has, been a bone broth every single day person. We do raw milk. We eat really, really well, and I still have issues because in my past I did not eat that way, and also because we live in the real world and we have to go to church potlucks and stuff like that sometimes, and we get in awkward food situations. Anyway, so I've gotten more energy. I've gotten better sleep. At night, I would go to sleep fine, and then I would wake up and just lay there for hours and hours, and that's not happening ever. If I wake up, I go right back to sleep. And then also, we have glaucoma, blinding glaucoma, strongly running throughout our family. And the last time I went to the eye doctor before Plexus, my eye pressure was 24. And I had a little bit of vision loss in my right eye from a visual field test. And the doctor was like, you need to start the drops. I was like, I don't want to start the drops. They've got side effects, and I know that things progress anyway. And see, I'm really weird about medicine. I only take it when I really, really have to. And he said, well, if it's not down next time, you've got to. And so my eye pressure at my last checkup was 18, and I fully expect it will keep going down, but he said you don't need to do the drops. I was so thrilled. I sat there and had a little praise service right there in the doctor's office. And then also, too, another thing that was crippling to me were panic attacks, especially when I was driving on the interstate, over bridges. It was really bad. It was kind of very inconvenient. Those are gone. And I've worked for years to heal my gut. I don't know the difference, but they're gone, and that's a gut-related problem, so I'm thrilled. And then also, too, I've lost 16 pounds, and I have gained those because I'd been on a low-carb, very low-carb diet for a long time, and it messed me up. My metabolism got shot, so I added carbs back in, and my body went, woo, and it gained a whole lot of weight. So now I'm working to get that back down. Our other health testimony is our daughter, Lily, who has autism, and she has always had, she's almost 17, she's always had these violent freakouts. Every day, you never knew when they were going to happen. And since she started the Plexus, the Slim, the pink drink is what really did it for her. It balanced her blood sugar swings that I did not even know she had. And those don't happen anymore, and she's so much more pleasant to have in our family. So, and also wanted to tell you about our financial side of Plexus and how it's ended up helping us, even though my main goal is helping other people. When we started this, our financial situation was, let's say euphemistically, it was more than dire. It was not fun at the moment. And in fact, we could not afford to buy Plexus products. But once I learned about them, I really, really wanted them. So I decided after Anna, and I did some study and everything and saw that other people could do well with this, I decided I would join as an ambassador and build a business so that we could afford the products. But we did not have at the moment a free $35 joining fee. We didn't have all of that money available to use for that. And so we used some of the money from our son's birthday money that he'd gotten, so pulled it out of his piggy bank. And what an investment. We never bought. Normally when somebody joins, they can get a really good one-time deal on a welcome pack, which is like a great deal on products, almost half off. We did never have the ability to do that during the time period it was allowed. I didn't have brochures. I didn't have business cards or a catalog or anything, no samples. I just started telling people, this stuff can help you, and I knew from looking at all the other people who have been helped that it really, really could, and from studying the products and this, the ingredients and knowing how good they were. So it just started. Friends came along and said, hey, I want to do this too. And within a couple of months, I had customers, I had some ambassadors, and was able eventually to start myself on the products, and now we've got 5 family members. We still have 6 children at home. We've got 5 family members plus Anna, she buys her own, on Plexus products, and it's making a big difference in all of their lives. And as far as the financial part, my husband was kind of reestablishing a new business. He's a writer, and this really helped to tide us over through those really hard times. And even now he gets paid kind of by the project, and when he's mid-book writing, the Plexus helps us to pay the mortgage and to do the bills and things like that. So we're really excited about how it's helping, and it just keeps growing. Our team keeps growing. It's not all on my shoulders or Anna's shoulders to grow this. I just came back from 2 weeks in Florida on a trip with my friend, and while I was there, a whole lot of people joined our team, and I didn't do anything. So that's the cool beauty of network marketing. So I think I've covered all of this. I'm just thrilled with it. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, really quickly, because she's graciously allowed herself to be a little bit late to a meeting, I have Hope Weakling, and she is my friend in Florida, and she's going to share her testimony with us because I absolutely love it, and so I'm going to turn it over to her, and she's actually my level 1 ambassador. So Hope, it's all yours.
Okay, I'm sitting in a truck and people are looking at me like I'm crazy for talking to myself. But I am a silver ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. Anna is my sponsor, even though I actually thought, I didn't know that, well, Nancy is the one who introduced me to it, but I didn't know that she was an ambassador. So I secretly joined, and I joined under Anna. And I'll tell you a little bit about that later. But for 18 years, ever since my first daughter was born, I have had high blood pressure. I never took any medication for it until a little while ago, but it was always ranging in the 140 over 90. That was my average ever since she was born. And it would get worse and worse with each child, and after my third one, my average was more like 150 over 90 something. But so I've had that for 18 years. And we've struggled a lot financially. Homeschool, we only have one income, so it's always been hard. So I had issues with anxiety for a long time, like where your chest gets tight and you feel like you can't breathe. It just became normal for me, and I got used to it and just accepted it as a fact of life. But then about 10 years after my youngest daughter was, actually about 13 years ago, after my youngest daughter was born, she had a reaction to a vaccine, and I discovered alternative health and became an herbalist and tried to do everything myself and did organic everything. And I really thought that my blood pressure and anxiety would get better, but it really never did. And then 10 years ago, I was in a car accident, and it was a really bad one, and all of my issues got worse and worse. I started having severe fatigue where I would do something and the next day I would be like, for days, I wouldn't be able to do much of anything. My kids would just know that mommy was having a bad day, and they would try to be quiet because I usually would have migraines along with this. And that's gone on for the last 13 years. But the last, about 2 years ago, my panic attacks started to get worse. Actually, I hadn't had very many of them, but they started to get like once a week, sometimes even every other day. And they would get really, really bad sometimes, so that I would go to the emergency room. Thought I was dying. And my husband sometimes we would just go and sit in the emergency room because that was my happy place. I would feel safe there. And this was going on while I was still doing everything naturally. We have our own farm like Nancy and Anna, and we raise our goats. We do everything raw. Tons of probiotics. I don't take medications. I never did up until 2 years ago when I started to take blood pressure medicine. I was afraid I was going to have a stroke, so I started to take them. I really didn't want to. I hated it. They were horrible. The side effects were just as bad as having the high blood pressure, but they did lower my blood pressure, so I kept taking them. And then after having changed our diet again, I lost like 50 pounds and my blood pressure went down some, and the anxiety got a little bit better. Panic attacks kind of got better, but they didn't go away. And I would lay in bed at night and have anxiety where I would just, my heart would race almost every single night. And I think about dying. That was all I could think about. I would lie there and just cry and pray myself to sleep. And one of those nights, somebody, Nancy, had been telling me about Plexus on Facebook, and I wasn't all that receptive. I was really unreceptive. I did not have experiences with network marketing. My family had been through some, and I was just not nice about it. But one night I was after a bad panic attack, and after being in the hospital having to have nitro, and it still didn't help my blood pressure. I was desperate. I didn't know what else to do. I thought I was doing everything I could, and I didn't understand why it would be like, why it wouldn't help. So anyway, I signed up under Anna and ordered Plexus, and got it the next week and started right away. Literally the first week, I had no more panic attacks, no more anxiety. It was like that quick. And within 5 months, I was off my blood pressure medicine. Now, even under stress, which is when it would always get really bad before, my blood pressure stays stellar. I mean, like 110/65. And it's
Oh,
never.
Lord.
The panic attacks are just gone. It doesn't matter the stress. We just had some huge stressful things happen in December, and not one panic attack, not one no anxiety at all. I just handled everything so much better, and energy through the roof. I can do everything and not have to suffer for 3 days later, and it's just been amazing. It's and my children, my daughter has sensory processing issues, and we started her on it about August of last year, and it's helped her tremendously. She's 18, and she handles stress so much better. We don't have her freak outs like Nancy said. It's really been awesome, and I can tell if she doesn't have her drink too. we can all tell. It really helps. It's just been amazing for my family, and it's been such a huge blessing. I'm surprised I haven't cried yet. Because usually I cry. So I must be embarrassed seeing me. So,
thank you for sharing your testimony. I love it.
Oh, you're welcome.
And thank you for being late for your meeting. We really appreciate it. Isn't your testimony awesome?
Yes.
Amen.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Hope. We'll let you get to your meeting now. All right.
Thank you.
Well, we're now going to turn it over. We just had to put her in there because she had a meeting to get to. But we're going to go into the products now and share with you a little bit about each of the products. And my mom is going to take care of that. I do have a PowerPoint that I'm going to share with you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on the screen. Hopefully this will work. Oh, and here we have, this is Hope's before and after pictures, too. She sent to me.
Oh,
so,
Wow.
Yeah, you guys can see that. All right. So we're going to start with the products. So first, my mom's going to read you a disclaimer we have to read.
Yes, this is the opportunity of a lifetime brought to you by Anna and me. We are independent Plexus ambassadors and not sponsored by Plexus Worldwide. At Plexus Worldwide, we want you to know the results you are about to hear and already have heard may vary from person to person, and we don't claim to cure, treat, or prevent any disease. Okay, are you about to put the first slide up there, Anna?
The Slim should be up there.
There it is. Okay. First, we're going to talk about, there's not very many products for Plexus. Plexus is the name of the company. I used to think it was what the pink drink was, but it's the name of the company, and there are 14 products that they have, and you don't need all of the products. It depends on your issues. But the main foundational product is Plexus Slim, It comes in a little stick pack. You dump it in water in the morning and drink it on an empty stomach. And it does all these cool things. It was developed for diabetics to balance their blood sugar swings and helps them amazingly. It also helps all those things that you get measured when you get a blood test, your cholesterol and your lipids, your blood pressure. It includes all sorts of really helpful ingredients. I think that's part of the reason my eye pressure went down. And the slide for it just got small, so I don't know what's going on here. But anyway, and you take it on an empty stomach, preferably first thing in the morning. It will usually, a lot of times people they'll notice from that the energy and the improved sleep as well, and it helps to reduce inflammation, which is the root cause of disease.
All right, next slide. Should be probiotic.
Yes, and I was a probiotic snob. I have done probiotics for years, promoted probiotics. You can get a lot of probiotics from yogurt, if it's a good kind of yogurt, kefir, milk kefir, fermented vegetables, a lot of natural probiotics. But most of us end up needing help. And I was the kind of snob that said, oh, you need a zillion strains that are refrigerated and have this many, live cultures in them. Anna, would you make the slide big for me, please? Anyway, yes. Why is Probio better? It's because it contains good strains in it. It contains an antifungal. When our family was on a gut healing diet promoted by the Weston Price Foundation, we had to buy extra antifungal stuff, and this is included in the Plexus probiotic. It also includes enzymes, special enzymes, which help eat the hard biofilm that forms around these bad organisms that can kind of take over in your gut if you've been stressed, taken antibiotics, birth control pills, lots of pain medicines. They all do a number on your gut. And, of course, junk food and genetically modified foods. Everybody needs probiotics. And people who have taken this one after being snobs like me will write me, and they'll say, what in the world is going on? I never had these symptoms of die-off before, because they're doing so much better. So it's pretty awesome, and it's not very expensive either. So.
All right, next slide. BioCleanse.
Not yet. There it is. Okay, BioCleanse. The Plexus Slim, the drink, will stir up toxins and help your liver to excrete them, chelate things, and all that goes through your liver. And the probiotic stirs things up through your digestive tract, and you know where that stuff comes out. But okay, but if you stir all that stuff up and you don't help it to get out of your body, it's just going to kind of resettle, like when you dust and with a dry rag in a dirty room and it just kind of goes all over. You got to have something to kind of make sure you get it out, and that's one of the primary purposes of BioCleanse. And it's incredible the difference that it makes, especially if somebody has a constipation problem, but not just for people like that. It also provides much needed magnesium. Most of us are magnesium deficient, and vitamin C, and it oxygenates our cells, which helps to give us just a whole healthier environment inside. So the Slim and the Probio, the probiotic and the BioCleanse together are called the triplex. And if you can take nothing else from Plexus, those are the things you want to work on. Joseph Mercola at Mercola.com says if you will work on your blood sugar swings, your gut health, and reduce stress and get more sleep, you will reduce most of your inflammation, and therefore then your body can start healing itself the way God set it up to do. And that's why so many people are helped with so many things. Okay, what's the next one, Anna?
X Factor.
X Factor. Okay, when I saw that Plexus had a vitamin, doesn't everybody have a vitamin, I was a little ho-hum about it until I learned what's so cool about the X Factor vitamin. It's packaged with aloe, and I've had a whole lot of gut issues in my past and gone to a colon therapist who recommended that I drink aloe juice because it's very soothing to the gut and it helps the gut to absorb better. So if you're taking regular vitamins, you might check the toilet after you've gone number 1, and you'll notice that it's bright yellow. That means most of your vitamins just went into the toilet. It doesn't happen with X Factor. People absorb them better. It also contains New Zealand blackcurrant, which is an antioxidant, really powerful antioxidant, which we're all in need of in the world we live in today. People who have trouble raising their D levels and their B12 levels are often just in awe that this stuff helps them get them up to par. Energy, more people will report energy from taking the X Factor. Okay, that's when you add in the X Factor to the triplex, it's called the Fat 4, and that's like the ultimate if you can take those 4 things. And so those are the things that work on getting us healthy, just kind of in a nutshell. All right.
All right. Well, unfortunately, we were, let me go back to me, hang on. All right, here I am. I'm still here. Hello. Okay. We were supposed to have a testimony from Tiffany Boyd right now, her amazing Hashimoto's testimony, but I don't know why we cannot get her on. I've been working on her this whole time, and I can't get her on. So, unfortunately, I'll keep working on it. If she can get on, then great. But meanwhile, I'll go ahead and skip her picture in case we can get her on. But you want to go ahead and talk about weight loss?
I will.
Okay,
yes.
We're going to go ahead and talk about just some enhanced weight loss products, because you can, I mean, most people do lose weight on the other 3 that she just talked about, but there's some enhancers too, so we'll share those with you. 1 second.
And if Tiffany cannot end up getting on, I hope that you'll summarize her testimony because it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I love her testimony.
Yes. Again, the triplex that I told you about, the Slim, the ProBio, the BioCleanse, those will help your body to balance. And after it's balanced, it might take, a few weeks. It might take a bunch of months. Depends on the person, depends on the issues. A lot of people will lose weight just on those products. But if you're in a hurry, or if you've got a plateau you want to kick, if you need extra energy, your appetite's still, maybe you're stressed or whatever, we have emotional eating patterns we've got to overcome too. And Plexus is not magic, but when you don't have, hey, there's Tiffany, yay, good.
Yay, you did it.
When you don't have the bad things and the blood sugar swings, calling your name to eat bad things, you will lose weight, most likely, if you need to. However, if you want to speed it up, there are a couple of products that Plexus carries. And Anna, can you make that picture big, or is it big and I can't tell from what I'm looking at here?
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay.
Now it's gone. Okay. It's
now
gone.
It's gone?
Yes. There is the first enhancement product is called Accelerator, and Accelerator was one of the earlier products that Plexus introduced. It's helped a lot of people to just get past, get off the pounds and to get past plateaus and have more energy. It includes, as part of its ingredients, it's all natural stuff. It includes 5-HTP, which is something that helps people form their happy hormones. So it helps people a lot that way as well. And then compared to that, there's Boost. You don't take both at the same time. You can either do one or the other, and people need to maybe practice, see how what works with one month, and then experiment if they want. I'm happy. I've started taking Accelerator, and I'm happy with that. The Boost is called a thermogenic, and it's made with cactus, different kind of things, and tangerine and lotus, and all these things that they figured out help people to have energy and suppress their appetite. These are both meant to be taken with the Plexus Slim. You don't take them alone. They won't do you that much good. They need to be taken with food, and if you have heart problems or you've got high blood pressure, you should not take those. because they do, speed things up. And they're to be taken temporarily, so just for a few months even, and then that's plenty. And then if you can't handle those, or you just want to add another helper, there is block. And block is made from brown seaweed and white kidney bean extract. And how they figured out that those things do what they do, I don't know. But block helps to suppress appetite as well, but it also slows the body's absorption of sugars and starches. And as for diabetics, people who are having trouble where slim alone is not helping to balance their blood sugar, the addition of the block will help. That happens for a few people, and so the addition of block will help. And that's taken 30 minutes before a large, more carb-filled meal. And so those things will boost your weight loss. And of course, you always want to be taking the slim as well. So.
And then you want to talk about the fast relief a little bit?
Oh, sure. While we're at it, the fast relief, I'm still not seeing the slide, so I hope everybody else is. The fast relief is, there you go, it comes in cream and capsules. The cream is for relief from the outside in, and the capsules is relief from the inside out. Their special ingredient is an extract from the green-lipped mussel, lives under the ocean. Only if you have a shellfish allergy, you probably don't want to take it, but everybody else can. This is the highest anti-inflammatory thing that there is. It's very rich in omega-3s. If you take fish oil, most fish oil is actually bad for you, and I know that's not a politically correct thing to say, but it's the way it's processed. It goes rancid, and it actually can hurt you in the long run. This stuff is very, very good, and it can replace that. And when it's anti-inflammatory like that, it can help, when you take pain medicine, be it Tylenol, Advil, or, major codeine or stuff like that, it hurts your liver and your gut. This stuff does not. So it helps for a temporary thing if you've got a headache and you take 2 like you would a Tylenol, or you can load your body with it, and it helps for chronic pain, arthritis, things like that. There's also the fast relief nerve health support, which is really excellent for people with neuropathy or maybe injury where it's hurt their nerves, and it helps speed up the nerve growth. And there's amazing testimonies about it as well.
Really amazing testimonies about it. So, all right, thank you. Well, we are so excited because we got Tiffany here. Yay, Tiffany! Are you there, Tiffany?
She's muted.
Are you muted, Tiffany?
Oh, no.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
there you go. There you are.
All right.
Hey.
Can hear me. All right, great.
Yay.
All right, guys, I'm gonna try to keep this to 3 minutes, so I had to write it down because sometimes I can get long-winded, but I'm glad I finally got on. Yay.
Yay!
All right. For those of you that don't know, my name is Tiffany Boyd. I'm a teacher by profession, and now I'm blessed enough to be able to be a stay-at-home mom. I have 5 kids, and we are currently homeschooling the youngest 3 because they range in ages from 23 to 2. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about how my Plexus journey started, and I was introduced to Plexus by Nancy. Nancy and I had been friends for several years before Plexus entered onto the scene, and Nancy had heard that I had been diagnosed with Hashimoto's, so she contacted me. We were Facebook friends, and so she contacted me and was talking to me and wanted to share with me how Plexus could help with Hashimoto's, with my Hashimoto's that I had been diagnosed with. So I trusted Nancy because I knew that she had been studying nutrition for years and years and years. I knew that she was the Southern Middle Tennessee chapter chair of the Weston Price Foundation, and she worked with people, teaching them how to eat better and how to stay healthier through their diet. And so I knew that she knew what she was talking about. And so I also knew that she had used Plexus with her daughter Lily and had great success with that. So I decided to go and see my doctor and to talk to him about the Plexus products because my Hashimoto's journey had been a long one. I'd been having thyroid issues for probably about 19 years, and it had gone undiagnosed, and they did not diagnose it until I was pregnant with my 5th child. So because of this, I had begun to research my illness and find out more about what was going on. And I was under the care of an endocrinologist, and I was taking Synthroid, and I wasn't happy with that medicine. It was just making things worse, and I knew there had to be a better way. So through my research, I found a doctor, a local doctor, that would change my medications from Synthroid to Armor. And I was doing much better, a lot better than I had been doing previously, but I still had lots of inflammation, the weight left over from the Synthroid that I was on, lots of joint pain, insomnia. That all still remained, and I didn't want to be sick. I wanted to be healthier. I wanted to feel better because I had kids at home to raise, and I'm a busy person, and I didn't want to stay miserable. So I took all of my Plexus products to my doctor and let him look over it because I didn't want to go backward, and I was somewhat skeptical. And he looked over it, and he said, you know what, it's not going to kill you. The worst thing that can happen is it won't work. The best thing that will happen is it will work. So I left there and I started my Plexus journey. I originally started with just the Slim. And after 2 weeks, I already saw a difference. I had more energy and I was sleeping better. And with Hashimoto's, insomnia is a big symptom of that. And so my husband even joked about it, and he said he was going to get rid of it because everyone in the house was used to me not sleeping. And so I was up all hours of the night, and he said, you can drive a Mack truck through here and you're not waking up at night. So no one was that. So I noticed that right off the bat. And then as I began to do more and more research about Hashimoto's, I realized that I really needed to heal my gut, that it was directly related to gut health. And so I added on the ProBio 5 and the Bio Cleanse. It was then that I began to notice that my pants started becoming more loose and the inflammation started going away. You could really see it in my face, the most. But I was excited about my pants getting loose, but I wasn't seeing a reflection in weight loss in the scale, but I didn't realize that time that what I was losing was visceral fat, which is the bad fat that's around your organs, and that's usually what happens first. So the more I began to research, I knew I was vitamin and mineral deficient. I knew that my vitamin D was really low. I was on a supplement for that. I knew that I was magnesium deficient, which most people are vitamin D deficient, magnesium deficient, just not probably as much as I was because of my Hashimoto's. So I added in the X Factor. And when I added that 4th product into my Plexus regimen, it just took off. It was just the catalyst that I needed to really jumpstart all the wonderful things that Plexus has done for me. That's when I started seeing a reduction in weight in the scale. And to date, I have lost 23 pounds. I've lost tons of inches. I was bad and didn't measure from the very beginning. But I know I've lost tons of inches because I've gone down in size. No more foot pain, no more joint pain, no more food sensitivities, no more insomnia, and my thyroid meds, I've reduced those. And I've also had tremendous hair and nail growth because a lot of Hashimoto's patients, including myself, would lose their hair, and I had lost tons of hair. And that's not a problem anymore. Now I have to go to get my hair done more often than probably ever. So that's a good thing, maybe not for Lance, but that's a good thing for me. When I was seeing my doctor about my Hashimoto's, he kept encouraging me, you need to go gluten-free, you need to go gluten-free, and I know why, but I knew I was never going to do that. So Plexus was the answer to my prayer in more ways than one, mainly because now I no longer have gluten sensitivities. And a lot of people experience that with Plexus because when your gut begins to heal, a lot of the food sensitivities disappear, and that happened for me also. Currently, I'm a gold ambassador, and the greatest thing of all for me about Plexus is it has really helped me to regain my health, but it's also been a financial blessing to my family. Now, I originally signed up as an ambassador just for the wholesale rate. I had no intentions of ever selling Plexus, and then the opportunity just fell in my lap. And now I get to be at home and contribute financially to my family. by helping others and giving them the tools that they need to help regain their health too. So it's just been very rewarding. When I was a classroom teacher, the last few years that I taught kindergarten, and I had the opportunity to impact all my students' lives, and now I'm just teaching in a different capacity, and I'm enjoying it. And, you know, Plexus has answered a lot of prayers for us. All of my children are on Plexus now. My husband's on Plexus, and it will be a part of our lives forever because it has really made a huge impact for us for the good. And I know it will do the same thing for other people too, and I'm excited about sharing that. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, Tiffany. That was great. Thank you so much. I just wanted to share Tiffany's before and after picture. Is it showing up on the screen? Isn't she looking great?
Yeah.
Yeah, girl.
This is a few months ago too. Was this last picture? So she needs to do an update too. But I think it's amazing what she's done. Good job, Tiffany.
Yeah.
Yes, that's awesome. Okay, well, while I have this up here, I'm going to go ahead and I'll introduce you our last testimony person. And let me switch it back over here. Hang on. All right. I want to introduce to you our last testimony of the evening, and it's Mitzi Evans. And she has a really great testimony as well. And she's just, I love her because she's always giving God the glory for everything. And it's just her first and foremost biggest goal is to praise God. And we all are, but I just love how outright she is with her faith. I just love that. So, Mitzi, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you, Anna. My name is Mitzi Evans, and I'm an RN, and we homeschooled our children. And by God's grace, our daughter is an RN also now, and our son is in medical school, and we're very thankful for God's work in their life. The whole time my kids were growing up, I was sick, and my husband was a pastor, and when he was pastoring, they were spraying our house for bugs, and the pesticides poisoned me very bad, and I was taking antibiotics, and between those two and exposures in my past, my health just completely collapsed. The first thing they called it was fibromyalgia because the conventional doctors didn't know what it was, but I've suffered with terrible blood sugar issues, chemical sensitivities, multiple allergies, mood swings, hypothyroid, malabsorption, toxic brain encephalopathy, gluten sensitivities, low oxygen, yeast, overgrowth, dysbiosis, and that's all I can remember right now. Wow. But needless to say, my journey has been very difficult. I've been to doctors, started out seeing conventional doctors and got worse, terribly worse. The Lord led me to some wonderful integrative doctors from California to Dallas, Texas, to New York, and I'm very grateful for all the education that I received and the help I received. But I still have not been able, even though I've learned the keys to healing, I've not been able to obtain to the desired health. And I've done everything I knew, just like these previously, eating organic food, living in a clean environment, detoxing through the sauna, high-dollar supplements. Just it's been a journey, and God, it's been a very expensive journey. God has provided every step of the way. But for the past 15 years, I've had to depend on nutritional IVs to live, to keep me going. And for the past several years, they have been weekly. And like Hope was talking about, I prayed and prayed, and like Nancy talked about, I prayed, and God would get me off of the IVs because it was just a roller coaster. Well, last December, Nancy invited me to a Plexus meeting. I think it was the third time she contacted me, and I didn't have ears to hear it before. But once again, I had run into a dead end. I'd done everything my holistic doctor told me to do, and I just had no energy. The IVs were more and more frequent to try to keep going. So God just touched my heart. I went to that meeting. I appreciate Nancy not giving up on me. And at that meeting, among other things, they talked about this probiotic eating through biofilms. And that really got my attention because I had only heard of one other doctor talking about biofilms. And I thought, they're talking about biofilms. That gave me a little hope that maybe there was something different about Plexus. Well, at the meeting, Nancy let me try a sample of the Plexus Slim, and I was pleasantly surprised at the energy I felt going home. She gave me a trial pack of the Slim, and I took those, and I decided to order for myself. Actually, she helped me to order. I wasn't able to focus well enough to even figure out how to order myself at that time. But after I wasn't on the Slim long when I began wondering if I could try and do without the IVs. I just felt stronger and stronger. After 5 weeks of being on Plexus Slim, and a few weeks of the BioCleanse and the Probio 5 and X Factor. And that's really miraculous because I was sensitive to supplements, to things in supplements, but I was able to take all these, and this is so awesome. Well, the day came for my IV, and I didn't take it. My home health care nurse was so good to hold my hand, and she said, I'll be here for you if you need it, but we were going to try to go through it without me taking it. And I started having the same old gnawing feelings that I'd had before, but on the 5th day, I felt God nudging me to take extra X Factor, and I did. And by the day 6, my body was learning to function again without IVs.
Wow.
Yeah, praise the Lord. It's now been almost 4 months since my last IV, and I'm stronger and stronger. I can focus. I sleep really deep too now. I didn't realize I didn't sleep good until I started taking this, and I sleep so good. And I'm so much more organized before, even like organizing a bookshelf. That was a big deal because I just had lost my organization abilities. I can go between meals so much longer, and I eat less and less. I have lost 13 pounds and several inches. I was like Tiffany, I didn't measure either. When before, all I could do was gain, no matter how well I ate or how much I exercised. I'm so thankful to God for using Plexus to balance my body and help me to feel good again. To God be the glory.
Woohoo! Thank you, Nipsey. That was awesome.
Thank you.
I want to run to the screen and hug you.
Aw, praise the Lord. I want to hug y'all for helping so much.
Thank you. All right. Thank you so much. All right, guys. I know we said we were going to wrap this up about 8 o'clock. We have a little bit more to go, so we'll try to wrap it up in the next few minutes. I want to quickly go over with you. You might be wondering, how do I get these awesome products that they're talking about? So I'm going to bring up a slide here real quick. Let me pull it up and show you how you can order. In case you're wondering, there's several different ways that you can order. And here we go. You guys see the slide?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so there's 3 different ways that you can order with Plexus. One is a retail order. This is a one-time order. Most all of the Plexus products come in a 1-month supply. And as a retail customer, you get a 60-day money-back guarantee from your last order. The second way to order is preferred. You can order, this is basically gets you an upfront discount. We like to recommend that this be probably the best way if you want to be a customer to order, because you do get the upfront discount, and then you do get put on a monthly auto shipment, but you're not stuck in anything. So we, or whoever you order under, can actually call the company and cancel your order for you anytime you want to. This also comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee, but if you keep your order on for 3 months in a row, the 4th month you get an additional 10% off your order. So that's why this is a really why we recommend the best way to start out ordering, because you get that upfront discount and it starts you closer to the additional 10% discount, which in the long run ends up being about the same as wholesale pricing. So then the third way to order your products is obviously wholesale, and these are wholesale prices. You get a 1-month supply, as always. You do not get a 60-day money-back guarantee if you join as wholesale, because they've basically said that you're joining Plexus. So as a wholesale person, you become what's called an ambassador. You join the company. You have an opportunity for the business opportunity if you want to get your products paid for or make a little extra money or a lot of extra money. It's really up to you, whatever you want to do. Or if you just want to get your products at wholesale, that's totally fine. People do that all the time. So just really quickly, those are the 3 ways to order. And one other thing, if you are, after watching this presentation tonight, if you are thinking about ordering or joining, if you'd like to try this, if you can go back to the first person who ever told you about Plexus or contacted you or you talked to, they would be glad to assist you and help you with your questions or anything that we weren't able to address tonight. So just go back to whoever first contacted you about Plexus. All right. One last thing, I want to read you a little bit of something tonight as we close up. And a lot of people wonder about what Plexus is and, you know, some statistics behind it a little bit. And I just want to read you something that's called What Plexus Is and Is Not. And first of all, as I told you when I first started, how amazing the business has been for me. Again, I'm only 23, and I am a senior gold ambassador. I'm actually on the very, very tip of becoming a ruby ambassador. And as you can see from the graphic that's on your screen, this is the average annual ambassador income. And both my mom and myself and any of the other ambassadors who are these levels can tell you that these are extremely accurate numbers. So when it says that a senior gold ambassador is making $23,000 a year, we can tell you that that is extremely accurate. So just think about, you know, the possibilities if that's something you're interested in, if that would be beneficial to you. So, all right, what Plexus is and is not. I'm just going to read this to you guys. Plexus is a debt-free company committed to enhancing health and wealth that pays individuals like us to share their products instead of celebrities or shelf space in Walgreens. So basically, it's so that we can share you our stories like we shared with you guys tonight. Because, you know, a Walmart shelf cannot tell you Mitzi's amazing IV story. Plexus is not a pyramid. Those are illegal. We, as ambassadors, are offering a product and service to people who need it. Plexus products are not a Band-Aid covering up symptoms, which is why all these big health people like my mom and Mitzi and all these people who are into alternative eating, we love these products because they're actually addressing the root cause of many modern health issues.
Right.
Plexus is an internet-based business. So what that means is if you decide you want to join the company and pay $34.95, that's all it costs for a whole year to buy a membership, get access to wholesale pricing, and get a website that the company has already designed for you. Then if you have people that want to order for you or from you, they order from your website. So you don't have to keep any inventory at all. And Plexus is not a high monthly minimum like most other companies. If you even want to make money with it, which is very easy to make money with it, you only have a $100 a month monthly minimum. That means that customers or you can meet that. So basically, if you order your products each month, if there's $100 worth of products, then you've already met that minimum. Or if you have a customer that orders that, then that meets your minimum as well. And if you don't want to do it that month, you can turn it off. And I don't want to go into too many details right now, but if you want to learn more about how that works, then we can talk about it more later. You can get back with the person who invited you. Plexus is not a fly-by-night company. Plexus is debt-free, and the end of 2014, it was rated the 8th fastest-growing private company according to Inc. 500 magazine, and number 2 in the entire health sector. Guys, that says a whole lot about this company, and you can see why hearing these testimonies. Amazing products. Plexus is not a push and sell all you can company. You will never get that pressure from our team. Basically, guys, we're just here to support you in your goals because we believe in these products and we just want to help you. If you want to just get wholesale, that's fine. If you want to be a customer, that's fine. If you want to get your products paid for, we want to help you. Or if you see the opportunity with this business like some of us have, and you want to have the potential to earn 6 figures and drive a Lexus, yeah, they'll pay you to drive a Lexus. We're here to help you. Whatever your goals are, we just want to support you. That's why we're here. So Plexus is called the opportunity of a lifetime. And when I first heard that, I was like, okay, that's really hokey. That sounds really corny. But let me tell you why exactly this is an opportunity of a lifetime. And I'm going to read this quote. It is said that if a direct sales company has less than 500,000 people, it is considered ground floor. And Plexus, with just over 150,000 ambassadors, is considered an opportunity of a lifetime. The product sells itself. The company is first class. It's changing people's life health-wise and wealth-wise. My $34.95 investment has paid for itself well over a few hundred thousand or a few hundred times. So there's still massive room for growth in this. And we just want to help you guys get healthier, and if you have any ambitions to get healthier or earn money, whatever it is, like I said, just get back with the person who invited you and talk to you first, and we'd love to help you guys. So let me go ahead and turn back to myself. All right. So we're going to do a quick, that's the end of our presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and thank you for putting up with our technical issues. This was the first time we've ever done this before, so it was definitely a trial for all of us, but hopefully you guys got something out of it. All right, what I said when we first joined, if you click the little thing on YouTube that said join the conversation, that's going to get you so you can ask questions and answers on our page, and I'll be able to see it. Also, what I want to do right now is we're going to do some drawings. So we're going to do a drawing for three-day trials of Plexus Slim Boost or Accelerator, and that's going to be 3 different drawings for 3-day supplies of that. So the way you're going to enter is either go on the question and answer thing I just told you about, and I need your first and last name and the name of the person who invited you to this meeting. And if you can't figure out how to do that, go ahead and start doing that now. If you can't figure out how to do that, I'm going to go ahead and post on our page to say post on the Facebook event page. If you can't figure out the question and answer thing, post under my comment. Hold on, let me write something.
You're doing a good job.
All right, so I went ahead and posted it, so go ahead and comment under that on the Facebook event page if you guys would like to be entered. And the way we're going to work this is if you guys are chosen for the drawing, I have a form here. I'll write your names down after you start posting them, and then we'll draw it, and then we'll contact you, and we'll just mail you your trial if you're one of the winners. So go ahead and comment away. And also, if you have any questions for anybody, for Mitzi or Tiffany or my mom or myself, that you heard during tonight that you have in your head that you'd like to ask, go ahead and ask away either on the event page or on the question and answer thing. And Mitzi and Tiffany and my mom are all here and we'll be glad to help you. You guys want to add anything?
I forgot to say with the fast relief that it also includes serapeptase, which is really helpful between it and the anti-inflammatory for people with allergies or sinus type problems. So it's not just for pain, it also just helps reduce inflammation even in the sinuses or wherever. And didn't you, Anna, use that for when your allergies were really bad too?
Yes, I did. It helped a lot.
And also too, all of the products are gluten-free. They are non-GMO, non-genetically modified. They're soy-free. There's no fake sugar, no dye. The Plexus Slim is sweetened with stevia. If it says natural flavors, that's because of the fruit extract that's in it. It's nothing added. The polydextrose that's in the Slim is from non-GMO brown rice, not GMO corn like it is in most products. Let's see, the citric acid that's in it, it comes from lemon, lime, and orange peels, the healthy way of extracting it, not from black mold grown on GMO corn like the way it is in most products that you'll get at the store that aren't healthy. Those were some of the things I was really picky about and was worried until I was reassured in the Plexus Slim. And so I thought I would take this opportunity to add that.
All right, I'm still scribbling down names.
Okay. Well, I can talk more. Tiffany or Mitzi, I don't want to hog the floor.
Go ahead. You're doing great.
It has been really, really fun getting to know new friends and even old friends better, because I knew Mitzi and I knew Tiffany, but we're doing more stuff together now than we even did before, and that's been another good side effect. And you know, health and finances and all those things in the long, those are temporary, but relationships are eternal. Those are what you take to heaven with you, and those are what matter the most. So everybody who's watching this, please know that that's what we hear about the most. If this is for you, it's wonderful, and we'd love to help you. If you don't think it is, we're not going to push, because we value relationship with you.
That is so true. And actually, what I loved about this is it's built even more relationships.
Yeah.
I probably wasn't listening because I was writing.
Are you almost done?
Share one of your other favorite testimonies that you've heard. Share about Judy.
Oh, Judy. Okay. I hope Judy's watching tonight. She's in Georgia. Judy introduced my husband and me in college, and when I told y'all I did a network marketing business years ago, she was the only person that I got involved, and I felt so bad because it didn't do well for her either. And I did not, when this came along, I knew that she had some health problems, but I did not want to go tell her about Plexus because I did not want her to think it was about the money. I love Judy. And in fact, I got to see her on my trip to Georgia a couple of weeks ago. But anyway, Judy kind of started hearing about Plexus because she started reading Facebook, and she saw my post about it, and she contacted me. When she finally started it, it was 7 months after I already had known about Plexus and hadn't told her. Judy now has no more fibromyalgia pain. She's off her depression and her anxiety medicines. She had tremors in her arm that weren't, I don't know, she was taking medicine for it. I don't know if they knew why. That's all quit, so she's off that medicine. The only medicine she's consistently on now is thyroid medicine, and she's working to reduce that. She feels so much better. She sends me these just glorious thank you emails all the time that make me cry. the stuff she achieved that day, and so it's just thrilling. So Judy gives me courage to tell everybody else because it might help them too.
Amen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm writing down the final few names.
How you doing, Anna?
What'd you say? You know what? I didn't bring any scissors in here. Uh-oh. Okay, you keep sharing for a minute. I gotta bring my scissors. See, we're all human too, but that's why we can all do this together. Oh, here's a question for you to answer while we're waiting. Uh-oh, I lost my mom. Where'd she go?
No.
She got kicked off. I don't know why. Okay, Tiffany, can you answer this question for me?
Sure.
Okay, it says, I just have a general question about the ProBio product for a young child. My son is 2 and just went through an antibiotic treatment, so we're looking to recover him from this. Is this product okay for him to take at his young age?
Well, obviously, we are not allowed to give medical advice, but I can tell you what I have done with my young children. For me, I studied about the product and did research myself and decided that I was comfortable with giving it to my children. If you had questions and you didn't trust your own judgment, then I would suggest that you ask your child's pediatrician or doctor or whomever they see for child care, for medical care, to see if they would approve it for you. But for me, I made the decision to give it to my own children myself. And they've done great with it. Did we lose Anna?
Uh-oh, it's me and you, Tiffany.
We're in charge. I will tell you that some small children that take it, because there are a lot of children that take the product that cannot swallow a pill, they'll break it open and put it in a small amount of yogurt and give it to them that way. That's just my opinion. Like I said, we can't give medical advice. We're not allowed to give medical advice. So if you're not comfortable making that decision for yourself, then you can always check with your child's medical provider, or you can do the research yourself and decide if that's something that you're comfortable with or not.
Great job. Thank you. You bought me time. I have scissors now. Okay. I don't know why it kicked my mom off, so I just invited her back, so maybe she'll get back on. But I'm just...
Do you see another question up there, Anna, now? I have someone messaging me that they had another question. Do you see it?
Hey, Nancy, can I take the Slim 15 minutes before breakfast instead of half hour before? On that one, I would say if you can at all wait 30 minutes, that's best, but it doesn't have to be exact. It's just for best results, but it's not going to hurt anything if you can't wait exactly 30 minutes before or after you eat. Would you guys agree?
Yes, I would.
Yeah, I mean, this is not rocket science, which is why I love Plexus, because it's so easy. So, yeah, it doesn't matter. There was another question. I don't know where it went.
You see it? I have it right here. You want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Where can we learn more about Plexus as a company, how they started, where they're from, and just generally about who they are?
Ask the person who invited you.
That would be me.
Yeah, we would love to go into all that, but if we go into all that, we're going to be here till midnight, and we promised we'd be done 17 minutes ago. So that's the only reason I said that. So, all right, I got all these in here. So I'm going to do a drawing. I got a bunch of names in the bucket. So I'll switch the video back to me. Hang on. Okay. And yes, this would be a lot easier. Normally my mom is sitting right next to me, and we can do this together. But since I'm in Georgia and she's in Tennessee, it's a little bit harder. But okay, here's all the names in the bucket. I just grabbed something, a coffee can. Okay, so the first name is going to be Whitney Berstein, a invitee of Kristen Whelan. So congratulations, Whitney. You're one of the 3-day winners. And sorry if I didn't say your last name right. Okay, the next one is Hannah Souls, invited by me. And I actually met Hannah last weekend at a retreat I went to, and we had fun dancing together. So congratulations, Hannah. And last but not least, I'm not looking. Rebecca Swift, and I actually met her last week too at the retreat I went to. So those are our 3 winners for tonight. And congratulations, you guys. Thanks for everyone who entered. We'll be in touch with you guys about how we'll mail you your trials. So does anybody have any other questions anywhere? I'm trying to look on Facebook and everything. So. All right. Well, if nobody else has anything, then I think we're going to call it a night. And thank you all for joining us. And I hope all the technical stuff has worked out. This has been a fun trial, at least, for everybody. Thank you, Misty and Tiffany.
Thank you, Anna. You did a great job.
Thank you. See you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining us.